My name is Evan. I work the night shift at St. Mary's Hospital Morgue. Down here, everything is quiet, too quiet. The hum of the freezers never stops and the air feels heavy like it's holding its breath with me. I used to find comfort in that silence, but last night everything changed. It was 2:14 a.m. I was checking the drawers one by one like every other night. When I reached locker number 7, I heard something. A slow inhale, a trembling exhale. I froze. Maybe it was the pipes or the old vents. That's what I told myself. But the sound, it was coming from inside the drawer. I grabbed the handle. The metal was freezing cold. My fingers stuck for a second. Slowly, I pulled it open. The rails screeched. White sheet, still body, nothing moved. Then the sheet lifted, just slightly. A rise, a fall. It was breathing. My mind went blank. I stepped closer, and that's when I heard it, a whisper from under the sheet. Cold. I slammed the drawer shut. The room fell silent, but when I turned around, the glass door behind me was fogged. The next night, I told myself it had to be stress. I hadn't slept well, maybe I'd hallucinated the whole thing. That's what I kept repeating as I clocked in, badge beeping against the reader. The morgue never really changes. It's like time doesn't exist here. No windows, no sunrise. Just that cold fluorescent hum bouncing off steel and tile. It's a place built for stillness. Marcus was already there when I came in. He was the kind of coworker who never took anything seriously, always chewing gum, tapping his pen, whistling off-key. He looked up and grinned when he saw me. "Back from the dead, huh?" he said. "Don't start," I muttered, setting down my bag. He laughed. "Man, this place gets to everyone. You stay here long enough, you start hearing things." I froze for half a second. "What kind of things?" Marcus shrugged. "The compressors mostly, sometimes voices. But don't worry, they're just ghosts checking if their paperwork's done." He winked and went back to scribbling notes. That's the thing about working with the dead, you start to joke about it because if you don't, it starts to feel too real. We had 3 new intakes that night. 1 old man stroke, 1 woman car accident, and 1 Jane Doe, no ID, no records, no next of kin. Found unconscious near the riverbank, declared dead on arrival. I felt my stomach twist when I saw where they'd placed her. Locker number 7. "Hey," I called to Marcus. "Didn't we use this one last night?" He glanced over, bored. "We rotate them, man. You're getting paranoid." Maybe he was right. But as I logged her info, I noticed something. Her skin was strangely flushed, not pale like the others. And her fingers, they were clean. No dirt, no bruises, no rigor mortis, like she'd just been sleeping. I shook it off and finished my paperwork. Routine keeps you sane down here. If you think too much, the walls start to feel closer. Around 1:30 a.m., Marcus went upstairs for coffee. That left me alone, just me, the cold, and the sound of the refrigeration units breathing in rhythm. I checked temperatures, replaced gloves, updated the tags. Everything seemed fine until I passed the observation window. Something had changed. The light inside the storage chamber was flickering soft, steady like a heartbeat. I stepped closer. All the drawers were closed except one, number 7. It was open about 2 inches. Not enough for air to move, but enough to make me stop breathing. I reached for the handle, but before I touched it, the drawer slid shut on its own. Smooth, silent, like something inside had finished breathing and gone back to sleep. I backed away slowly, heart pounding. That's when I noticed something new taped to the wall beside the freezer. A sheet of paper, yellowed with age, edges curling from the cold. The morgue rules printed in faded red ink. Below, 5 short lines. 1. Do not open the same drawer twice in one night. 2. If the body exhales, do not inhale. 3. Keep the freezer door locked at 3:00 a.m. 4. If you hear breathing from inside, leave immediately. 5. Never call them by name. I stared at it for a long time. It wasn't there yesterday. I would have remembered. The lights flickered again. Somewhere behind me, a drawer rattled. And then a faint exhale brushed the back of my neck. Marcus didn't believe me when I told him about the list. He laughed, tore a piece of gum in half, and said, "Rules for the dead, bro, you've been here too long." I showed him the paper anyway, the faded red letters, the curling corners, but when we looked again, the wall was bare, gone, like the morgue had swallowed it whole. That was the moment I realized it wasn't just me. This place, it watches. We went back to work pretending nothing happened. That's what you do down here, you pretend. Pretend the air isn't moving when no one's walking. Pretend the drawers don't whisper when the lights flicker. At 2:03 a.m., the temperature display dropped 3 degrees. The compressors kicked in, humming louder than usual. Marcus cursed and grabbed his flashlight. "Damn it, not again. I'll check the pipes." He disappeared into the back corridor, the one lined with the old storage units long condemned. I stayed by the monitors, trying to focus on the logs. That's when I heard it again. A breath. Not a wheeze, not machinery, a real breath, soft, slow, deliberate. It came from drawer 7. I stared at it, waiting for something to move. The tag on the handle fluttered like a pulse. I backed up, knocking my clipboard off the table. Then I heard Marcus yell from the corridor, "Evan, hey, you hearing that?" Before I could answer, the lights dimmed. Every freezer door groaned at once, metal expanding like ribs under strain. The air smelled wrong, a mix of disinfectant and rot, sharp enough to stink my eyes. I ran to find Marcus. He was standing by the emergency light, pale, sweating. His flashlight flickered in his hand. "What the hell happened?" I asked. He swallowed hard. "I thought I heard someone in there." He pointed toward the condemned hallway, sounded like breathing. We stood there in silence, staring into the dark corridor. The emergency bulb pulsed faintly, on, off, on, like something walking closer each time it lit. Marcus whispered, "You smell that?" I nodded. It was colder now, the air thick with something wet. Then out of the darkness came a dragging sound, soft, steady, something heavy sliding across tile. Marcus raised his flashlight. "Hello, security, who's there?" No answer, just the scrape of metal closer now. The beam of light trembled in his hand. I caught a glimpse of something pale just before the light died. When it came back on, the hallway was empty, but the door to the old freezer, the one sealed years ago, was open. Marcus took a step forward. "Maybe a raccoon," he said, voice shaking. "Yeah," I whispered, "sure, a raccoon that opens industrial locks." He looked at me, terrified, and we both knew it. Whatever was in there wasn't an animal. We decided to seal the corridor again. As Marcus lifted the steel bar to lock it, a burst of cold air rushed past us, and I swear I heard it. That same whisper, right beside my ear, "Evan." I spun around, but no one was there. The sound had come from inside the morgue. Marcus didn't see anything, but when he looked down, he froze. A single fingerprint was pressed in frost on the inside of the door, not ours. He dropped the bar and backed away. "Let's go, now." We locked the hallway and went back to the main room, neither of us speaking. The hum of the freezers filled the silence again, steady, mechanical, almost comforting. Almost. Then, at 2:47 a.m., drawer number 7 slid open by itself, smooth, effortless. The white sheet inside was rising and falling again. Marcus whispered, "Oh God, she's breathing." I wanted to run to leave, but my feet wouldn't move. The temperature display flashed 0 degrees C, right arrow 4 degrees C, right arrow 7 degrees C. Frost spread across the floor in spiderweb cracks. The sheet twitched. Then a hand, pale, trembling, slipped out from beneath it. The nails were clean, new, like she'd just been born. Marcus backed away, tripped over a stool, and hit the alarm button. Nothing happened. The power was dead. Her hand flexed once and then fell still. The entire morgue seemed to hold its breath. I reached for the drawer handle, slowly, stupidly. Marcus grabbed my arm. You don't open it again." I hesitated. And then the whisper came back from under the sheet. "Cold, help me." Marcus screamed and yanked me backward. The drawer slammed shut on its own. The lights blazed white, then everything went black. When the backup generators kicked in, drawer 7 was empty. The tag gone. the sheet gone. But in the condensation on the stainless steel wall, someone had written with a fingertip, "Breathe with me." Marcus wouldn't stop pacing. He kept running his hands through his hair, staring at the empty drawer like it was going to open again. "She was there," he whispered. "She was right there. I saw her hand. I saw her hand." "I know," I said. He looked at me like I'd just lied to his face. "No, you don't know because you're calm." "I'm not calm," I said. "I'm numb." That was true. I wasn't calm. My brain just hadn't caught up to my heartbeat yet. The generator lights gave the room a dirty yellow tint instead of the usual hospital white. Everything looked sick. Wrong. The steel tables threw back warped reflections. Marcus looked like a ghost version of himself, and drawer 7 was closed again. "Okay," he said finally. "Listen, we call upstairs. We tell them something's wrong with the refrigeration. We get relieved. We go home. We forget this ever happened." I almost said yes. Then I remembered the whisper in the dark hallway calling my name. "Evan, no. Whatever this is, it's not going to let me just clock out and go home." "Marcus," I said quietly, "you heard her say help me, right?" He froze, his jaw clenched. He didn't answer. "Did you?" I pushed. He shook his head violently. "Bodies don't talk, they don't." He pointed at me with a shaking hand. "You didn't hear that. We didn't hear that. It didn't happen." Denial. He was already trying to build a version of tonight that he could live with. I didn't have that luxury. Because whoever, whatever, was in drawer 7 knew my name. I walked back toward the storage wall. The air near the lockers was colder than the rest of the room. You could see it, actually see the temperature difference. A faint shimmer like heat above asphalt, but reversed and icy. There was frost on the stainless steel paneling again. And writing. The words from before, "Breathe with me," had started to melt and run. But now there was something new right under it, traced into the condensation with something sharper than a fingertip. "Check the rules." My stomach dropped. "Marcus," I whispered, it wants us to follow rules." He let out a dry laugh. "Great, the corpse has instructions now." "I'm serious." "So am I, that's worse." We both just stood there for a moment listening. The morgue hummed around us. Somewhere in the pipes something clicked. Metal settled. Fluorescent buzzing filled the gaps between words we didn't want to say. Then from the far side of the room something moved. A soft clatter. We both spun toward the sound. The metal clipboard rack on the wall, the one where we keep incoming case files, had tipped like someone brushed past it. Papers lay scattered on the tile in a sloppy half circle. Right in the middle of the mess was an unfamiliar folder. Yellow, old. The tab had no patient name, just 3 letters typed in red. RULES. Marcus whispered, "Nope." I crouched anyway. When I opened it, the paper inside wasn't standard hospital paperwork. It wasn't even printed on hospital stock. It looked older. The kind of brittle, off-white paper you only see in records that should have been archived or destroyed years ago. The ink was faded to brown, but it was still readable. 5 lines, same as what I'd seen taped to the freezer wall. 1. Do not open the same drawer twice in one night. 2. If the body exhales, do not inhale. 3. Keep the freezer door locked at 3:00 a.m. 4. If you hear breathing from inside, leave immediately. 5. Never call them by name. Marcus leaned over my shoulder. "Okay," he said weakly. "Okay, tell me this is a prank. Tell me you did this." "Why would I write this?" I said. He swallowed. "Because if you didn't, then we're reading morgue rules that are, what, for the dead." We stared at the paper. Rule 1. Do not open the same drawer twice in one night. My throat tightened. "That's what you stopped me from doing," I said. When I tried to pull her out again." Marcus shook his head slowly. "Evan, listen to me. You can't open that drawer again. You understand? You open it twice, it's not her that comes out the second time." "What comes out?" He didn't answer. Rule 2. If the body exhales, do not inhale. I felt my mouth go dry. That cold whisper against my ear. That breath in the hallway. "Marcus," I said, "did you breathe in back there?" He stared at me like I'd said something obscene. "What?" When we were in the condemned wing, when the air rushed past, did you breathe in? He didn't answer for a long time. Then very quietly he said, I tasted something. Metal, it burned like freezer burn inside my throat. Did it hurt? It still hurts. He pressed a hand to his neck. That hand was shaking. Rule 3. Keep the freezer door locked at 3:00 a.m. I checked the clock. 2:39 a.m. Marcus saw me look. We're not staying here until 3. We don't have a choice, I whispered. We absolutely do. The generators are manual, I said. You know that. Lights are on because we're here to reset them if they fail again. We leave and power dies. They'll blame us for a full-body thaw on 12 cadavers. That's our jobs. That's our licenses. That's prison. He stared at me for a long time. Then he whispered, are we seriously talking about prison while something dead is writing on the walls? We're seriously talking about surviving the next 20 minutes, I said. Rule 4, if you hear breathing from inside, leave immediately. I pointed at that one. This, I said. This is the only part I don't understand. Marcus snorted. What's not to understand? You hear breathing, you leave. I said, read it again. If you hear breathing from inside what? The drawer, the room, the body, Marcus whispered. We went quiet. Rule 5, never call them by name. That one bothered me most. Them plural, I swallowed. Marcus, she said my name, but we never said hers. Because she doesn't have one, he said. She's a Jane Doe. Something cold slid down my spine when he said it. Don't, I said. What? Don't call her that. She's literally tagged as don't, I said sharper this time. Just don't. He raised his hands. Okay, fine, we don't say her name. I closed the folder and handed it to him. You keep this. He shook his head. Nope, Nua, absolutely not. Marcus, I am not holding haunted paperwork. Marcus, Evan, I am not. Something banged, not a creak, not a rattle. A hard, violent slam from the storage wall. We both jumped. Drawer 7 had jolted forward an inch and then stopped. It hadn't opened. It had pushed, like something inside had thrown itself against the door. Marcus whispered, no, 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 nope, no. He was backing up with every word. The digital temperature display above the drawer flickered, then glitched, then stabilized on a new reading. -11 degrees C, -14 degrees C, -18 degrees C, -23 degrees C. That is not physically possible, my brain said. That's not what freezers do. Frost raced over the metal handle. Ice bloomed and cracked outward like veins, and then we heard it again. Not from inside the drawer this time, from the vent, soft, wet, labored, breathing, but not one source, not one person. It sounded like a room full of lungs barely working, all pulling in air that wasn't theirs. Marcus grabbed my sleeve. Rule 4, he whispered. Rule 4, we leave. We leave now. We ran. We didn't argue. We didn't grab our bags. We just moved. The morgue hallway felt twice as long as usual. The floor felt wrong under my shoes, like the tile wasn't level anymore, like something under it was pushing up. My vision tunneled. The buzzing in my ears got louder than the alarm that wasn't working. We hit the security door. Locked. I swiped my badge. Red light. Marcus swiped his. Red light. What the hell, he whispered. What the hell, it's supposed to stay green on generator. I pounded the glass. Open, hey, open the door. No one upstairs could hear us, or maybe the sound just wasn't leaving this room. The air felt thick like syrup. I was starting to get lightheaded. Marcus pressed his forehead to the door. Okay, plan B. We wait till 3, we lock the freezer door. We do whatever the paper says and we get out alive. That's it, that's the plan. You believe it now? I asked. He let out a broken laugh. Evan, at this point I'd pray to a stapler if it talked to me. The lights flickered again. Somewhere behind us metal rails shrieked. Every freezer drawer in the morgue slid out an inch all at once, like they were all waking up. The breathing got louder. Marcus, I whispered, don't breathe in. I'm trying, he whispered back. I'm trying. Then over the breathing, over the hum, over the buzz of dying light, a voice, right behind us, right between our shoulders, close enough that I felt the condensation on the back of my neck when it spoke. Evan, it whispered. You opened me once. I didn't turn around, I couldn't. The voice inhaled, a ragged, tearing sound like lungs made of ice. Then it exhaled, slow, patient, possessive. Open me again. I closed my eyes. Rule 1. Do not open the same drawer twice in one night. For the first time since I started working at St. Mary's, I understood something simple and awful. These aren't rules to protect the bodies. They're rules to protect us. And we'd already broken one. The morgue is breathing. Not the bodies, the room. Every vent, every seam in the walls, every gap between drawer and frame is pulling and pushing air in a slow, steady rhythm. The temperature is still dropping. My fingertips sting, my lips feel numb. Marcus is gripping my sleeve so tight I can't feel my arm. We can't stay here, he whispers. Evan, listen to me. We can't wait until 3. We won't make it to 3. We don't have a choice, I say. My voice sounds thin, it doesn't even sound like me. Rule 3, we have to keep the freezer locked at 3 a.m. if we mess that up. Evan. He turns me to face him, his eyes are glassy, too wide. Listen to me, I'm not worried about 3 a.m. Then what? I'm worried about right now. Something slams inside drawer 7, we both jump. It's not subtle this time, the whole locker wall shakes. The stainless steel frame ripples, frost cracks and falls. And then something hits the drawer from the inside again, harder, like a shoulder, like impatience. Marcus stumbles backward. No, 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 rule 1, we followed rule 1, we didn't open it again, we didn't. The breathing in the vents gets louder, it's layered like a crowd, shaky, injured breathing, wet breathing, panicked breathing, all of it synced, all of it hungry. Marcus, I say quietly, don't inhale. I'm trying, he whispers through clenched teeth. He coughs. It's not a normal cough, it's a choke. He doubles over, hands on his knees, sucking in air like his throat is closing. Don't, I grab his face. Marcus, don't breathe deep. Listen to me, listen to me. His eyes are watering. His skin is turning red around his neck, then mottled purple. He claws at his throat like something is burning from the inside out. Oh God. Rule 2, if the body exhales, do not inhale. Marcus, I say, look at me. He does, barely, something drips from his mouth. At first I think it's saliva, then I see the color. It's not blood, it's clear, condensation. He's exhaling cold. You breathed it in, I whisper. Back in the corridor. When it passed us, you breathed it in. He makes a horrible, rattling sound. I can't, another choke. I can't get air, panic spikes through me. Okay, stay with me. I grab his arm and pull him toward the far counter. He can barely stand, his legs are shaking, his head is bowed low like it's suddenly too heavy. Sit down. He collapses onto the rolling stool, the metal squeals on the tile. Another slam from drawer 7. This one is angry. She's waking up, Marcus gasps. Don't say she, I snap. Rule 5. I don't care about Rule 5. He chokes, voice cracking. Evan, listen to me. We can't hold this door forever. We can't. He stops. His eyes are locked on the locker wall. The temperature display above drawer 7 glitches again. The numbers flicker nonsense, symbols, then settle into a single word. Open. No numbers, just that. Open. We both stare. That's not funny, Marcus whispers to the room. That's not funny, stop that. A voice answers, not from the drawer, from right behind his ear. Marcus. He flinches like he's been shocked. No, Marcus, the voice repeats. It's breathy, raw, like vocal cords scraped on concrete. Help me, I'm cold. His whole body goes rigid. He looks at me. He is shaking. His jaw is shaking. His shoulders are shaking. His hands are shaking. Evan, he whispers, please don't let me die here. That hits harder than any of it. You're not dying, I say. You're not. Stay with me. We just need to last until 3. We lock the freezer at 3. We follow the rules and we get out. He gives a short, broken laugh. The rules are killing us. No, I say. Breaking them is. Something clicks. A metallic pop echoes from the far back wall, the freezer latch. No, no, stay here, I tell him. Do not move, do not open anything, do not answer anything. Do you hear me? He nods, shaking. I move. The far freezer door, the industrial walk-in unit built into the back wall, is supposed to be sealed with a heavy rotating handle and a keyed padlock. It's not. The lock is hanging open. The handle is turning on its own. Slowly. Stop, I whisper. The handle stops. The morgue goes silent, even the breathing pauses. For a moment there is absolutely no sound except Marcus wheezing behind me. Then from inside the walk-in freezer something knocks, 3 times, not frantic, not random. Rhythmic, knock, 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 very slow, very patient, like it's checking if I'm here. I swallow hard. My hands are shaking. Rule 3, I whisper. Keep the freezer door locked at 3:00 a.m. I look at the wall clock. 2:56 a.m. 4 minutes. 4 minutes might as well be a lifetime. Behind me, Marcus groans. I turn. He's sliding off the stool. Marcus. I run back to him and catch him under the arms before he hits the floor. His skin is ice cold. His breath is coming in stuttered bursts now, like his lungs are freezing inside his chest. Marcus, hey, hey, look at me, stay awake, stay with me. His lips are turning pale blue. Evan, he whispers, it's barely there. I don't feel my hands. I grab his wrists. His fingers are stiff, not clenched stiff, like rigor mortis starting in a living body. No, 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 I can't let him stop breathing, I can't. Listen to me, I tell him. Don't breathe deep, little breaths, sip the air, don't let it inside you, do you hear me? He nods weakly. He's going to die in front of me if I don't do something. I look up. Drawer 7 is shaking now. Not slamming, shaking. Vibrating. The whole metal frame is rattling like something inside is convulsing against it. And above it, the display is still flashing one word. Open, 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 screw it. I know the rule. Rule 1, do not open the same drawer twice in one night. I know it, I know it. I put my hand on the handle anyway. The second my fingers touch the frozen steel, the temperature burns into my skin. It feels like dry ice fused to bone. My vision whites out for half a second. Behind me, Marcus is choking. I don't care. Okay, I whisper to whatever is inside. Listen to me, if I open this, you stay inside, you don't sit up, you don't get out, you just talk. Do you understand me? Nothing. Then very softly from behind the metal, please. I pull, the drawer slides out. Cold explodes into my face like a punch. My eyes sting, my teeth ache. Frost forms instantly along my lashes. She's there. She's not decayed, she's not gray, she's not bloated or broken or bloodless like any body I've ever processed. She looks recent, human, skin pale but not dead pale, lips cracked, hair damp like she'd just been pulled out of water. Her chest is moving. Up, down, up, down. Her eyes are closed, but her mouth is opening in little gasps like each breath hurts. Hey, I whisper. Can you hear me? Her lips move, no sound. Can you hear me? I repeat louder. Her eyes snap open. They are milky white, clouded, unfocused, wrong, but they turn, they find me. Her mouth trembles. Then she tries to sit up. Instantly, I shove her shoulder down. No, no, stay down, stay down. Her skin is like ice under my hand, not just cold, biting cold, the kind that burns. She keeps trying to move. Stop, whisper. Listen, you can't get up, okay? You can't get out, you can't. Then she speaks. It's a dry, cracking whisper that sounds like it's traveling through a frozen throat. Help me. My heart is slamming so hard I feel dizzy. I'm trying. Cold, she breathes. I know, I whisper, I know. Cold, she repeats, more desperate now. Please, please, so cold, please, please let me out. Her hands twitch under the sheet. She's not strong. She's shivering, barely able to lift her own arm. She's not attacking me. She's not lunging. She's begging. And for 1 second, she's not a monster. She's a patient. She's a girl freezing to death on my table. My throat tightens. Marcus, I call over my shoulder. Marcus, I think she's still alive. Nothing, Marcus. I turn. He's on the floor, oh God. He's on his side, curled in, hands to his throat. His breath is shallow, almost silent now. His face is starting to gray around the lips. I let go of the drawer. Her hand shoots up and grabs my wrist. I scream. The cold is instant, total, consuming. Pain explodes through my arm like liquid nitrogen poured straight into the veins. My knees buckle. "Don't leave," she whispers. Her eyes lock on mine. "Don't leave me in here." My vision is swimming. My fingertips are going numb. I can't feel my forearm anymore. "Please," she whispers again. "Open, please open. Open me. Let me out, please, please, please." Then she inhales, not a gasp, a pull, like she's dragging heat out of me instead of air. My body convulses. Rule 2 slams into my head. If the body exhales, do not inhale. What happens if the body inhales you? I rip free. My skin sticks to her fingers for half a second, actually tears, and when I yank my arm back, there are white patches along my wrist where the color is just gone. I stumble backward, crashing into a tray, sending metal tools scattering across the tile. The drawer slams shut on its own. The word on the display above it changes. Not open, not open, not open. The vent breathing stops. The room goes horribly, murderously quiet. All I can hear now is Marcus. Barely, wheezing, dying, I slide down next to him and lift his head. Hey, Marcus, stay with me, hey." His eyes flutter. "Evan," he whispers. Yeah, I'm here." He swallows. His throat is mottled dark now, like frostbite under the skin. His voice is almost gone. "Did you open it again? I can't lie. Yeah." He actually laughs. It's tiny, broken, wet. "Idiot," he whispers. "Yeah," I say. My voice cracks. "Yeah, I know." The wall clock clicks. 2:59 a.m. We have 1 minute until 3:00 a.m. 1 minute to follow Rule 3. Keep the freezer door locked at 3:00 a.m. except the freezer door is trying to open. Behind me, I hear the walk-in handle rattle. Then something knocks again from inside. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, patient, demanding, like whatever's in there has been waiting a very, very long time to be let out. And now it's my job to tell it no. I look at Marcus. He's fading. I look at the walk-in. It's waking. And I finally understand what this shift actually is. This isn't a morgue. It's a holding cell. We aren't guarding the dead. We're keeping something in. And if I fail in the next 60 seconds, it gets out. 3:00 a.m. The clock clicks once, quiet, final. The freezer handle stops moving. The knocking ends. I'm on the floor beside Marcus. His chest rises once, barely. His eyes half open, unfocused, glassy. "Marcus." He doesn't answer. The emergency lights hum. The air still feels wrong, too heavy, too cold, like the room's lungs haven't finished exhaling. Then all at once, the power returns. Every light floods white. Every freezer door slams shut at the same time. The morgue exhales. And for the first time in hours, it's quiet. I sit there for a long time. Minutes, hours, I don't know. My wrist is blistered, skin gray around the burns. My breath keeps fogging in front of me even though the temperature gauge says 22 degrees. When the morning crew finally opens the door, I can't move. They find me sitting against the wall, holding Marcus's badge in my hand. They ask what happened. I tell them the generator failed. I tell them the cold got him. I tell them everything except the truth. They seal the room for inspection. They take Marcus's body upstairs. I'm told to take the week off. I do, but I don't sleep. Because the smell follows me, disinfectant, frost, and something faintly metallic like breath condensed on steel. Every night since, I've been hearing it again. At first, I thought it was in my head. Then I realized it wasn't coming from my head. It was coming through the vents. Same rhythm, same slow inhale, long exhale. Sometimes when I walk past the hospital basement entrance, the air pressure shifts. The vents breathe out. And somewhere behind the metal, a voice whispers my name. Evan. I moved apartments last week. Top floor, no vents, no basement. Last night at 3:00 a.m., my phone buzzed. A message with no number. 5 words. Keep the freezer locked. Below it, a photo, the morgue hallway, drawer 7, slightly open.